what's the state of Warlock and Mage in Phase 7, Sod, Nax? Well, as you could tell, I am in Ironforge on my Warlock sitting next to Pedal Feet and my Imp, because that's just what I'm using around here. So the way I kind of want to go through this with Warlock specifically first is I want to talk about Phase 6 and then compare it to now. The first big thing, obviously, is we got this 6-set bonus where Agony does not fall off of bosses and Nax. So what that means is, right off the bat, there is one less button we are using in Nax. Like, actually keeping track of, redotting, maintaining, worried about it. It's gone. You press it once and it's over. And it's degenerate because you snapshot it doing stupid stuff, which I'm not even going to talk about because it's dumb. So, yeah. Agony is now something you don't worry about. I mean, you could say Lothar, but who cares? Anyways, what else on here? Siphon Life. There were some uses in AQ for it, like Twin Imps. If a guy was in a TP away, I would Siphon Life, and I would do big damage with it. Stuff like that. I mean, it's not really. To be fair, this is not a big deal. This isn't even fair to balance put it on here, but let's just get rid of it because in Nax, it's a straight up DPS loss. Why? Because the 4 set, whenever you crit on these dots, Corruption, Immolate, Shadow Flame, UA, it does not say Siphon Life. So Siphon Life is even worse now than it was last time when it was sometimes useful. Gone. Scythe. You used it in Scythe Succubus, and you used it as Fire Destro, which was basically probably about half the Warlocks. I think I would say half the Warlocks played Demo with Felguard and half played some kind of Scythe variant. A couple played SM Ruin with an Imp as well, but not many. Scythe was just way more fun. This button doesn't exist anymore. I used it on some fights, but that was before I got Soul Seeker after KT yesterday. So am I still going to use Scythe? Nah, not really. That button's gone. Drain Life. Drain Life is fantastic. Not only does it heal you for a lot, but it procs Nightfall. It kind of stinks as a short range, right? With Affliction Talents, it's 24 yards, but if it's like Demo and Destro, it's 20 yards. So, you use this, and I think pretty much every build last phase, unless you're Fire Destro, right? Makes sense. But if you're playing Demo or Affliction last phase, you had Drain Life. The bleak truth is, no one uses it now, because the range is a big problem in Nax. Like, try using this on Saffron, try using this on, like, Hygen. There's a lot of bosses where you just can't use it, and it's on top of that, it's just worse, because it doesn't crit, and your crit is so high, right? It just can't crit, and you're stacking crit. Like, crit is such a high stat weight over, like, even hit. This button you don't press anymore. So that leaves you down to these 5. Now some builds, like Destro, don't even have Shadow Bolt in their spec at all. Putting it down here now. So they spam Shadow Flame. And then other builds, like SM Ruin, does have Shadow Bolt. So you went from like 7 or 8 things to press to like 4 or 5. So the class is very stupid. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. I'm not gonna say Warlock is bad because it's not. But not only is there like nothing to press, you don't maintain pretty much anything. Not only that, but it's a degenerate playstyle. Like I said this before, in my other video. I have a weak aura, so when people die in the combat log, it will whisper them, "Thank you for increasing my damage. If you're interested, all cats are beautiful is recruiting." Message Nancy on Discord, right? Just a funny thing, but the point is, this 6 set ramps up indefinitely. So on long bosses, this could like crit 50k on an axe boss, 1 dot. You know, stupid, degenerate. I really hate the 6 set. I'm not saying it's bad because it's not. If anything, it's too strong. I'd rather this be something else, like maybe. I mean, there's so many things you can do, right? Like maybe you could have 2 agonies up at once. I don't know. I'm just BSing right now. But the point is, it rewards people dying in your raid, which is the last thing any normal raid designer would want. It shouldn't reward you for that. Stupid. It's the complete opposite of Mage, and I will show you my Mage, right now. Did I log off? No, I didn't. Awkward. That's so. TLDR, the state of Warlock is good, but it's too simple, and it's degenerate because you want people to die to actually do damage, which is like complete opposite of Mage. Now Mage, Warlock has no cooldowns, right? Do I consider Haunt a cooldown? No. It has like almost full uptime now. It used to be different, but anyway, yeah, no cooldowns. I have mail apparently. Oh yeah, I mailed some scrolls. So I'll just decipher those if I have any of these things and go get some more. Oops, almost clicked on that. Yeah, so Mage is the complete opposite. Mage has also an incredibly strong 6 set. Can I get some crit scrolls, please? I'm out of things and go get some more. Mage, the state of Mage is also really good, but it's complete opposite. Like, Mage is for short fights, Warlock is for long fights. So to talk about Mage, you can't talk about Mage without talking about Evoke. Evoke is kind of dumb. Precasting Evo and then praying you get a second Evo off. So either the boss has to die within like 45 seconds. When I Evo here, for this buff right here, Evoker, increases damage done and stacks to like 8 times. It's a 2 set. You want the boss to die in 45 seconds. Maybe a little bit longer so you get more BFBs off the end, but maybe not. Because you want 20 seconds of this and 20 seconds. Okay, yeah, so it does work out. Of MQG, right? Let me buy some more of these things. Cool. Let me just do this. No big deal. Odd melon, go away. Okay, whatever. I'll use this later. Anything? Bastard. Anyways, yes, Mage is completely reliant on cooldowns. It kind of always was, but now it's like ridiculous because we had Combust or like Frozen Orb. You had your Icy Veins, and now you have Evocation on top of that. Mage is definitely strong. Mage is probably like the best class in the game, to be honest. If you could like just if you had the right kill times, there's no one should ever beat you on damage. Ignite does not decay on undead targets below 20. Okay, and also Consummate Frozen. So Mage is a different kind of skill cap than Warlock. Mage is about anticipating your raid's kill time and doing the appropriate thing, right? I want to show you this insane log that I found at the time. This was the top Mage parts on Patchwork from this week. I want to show you how big brain this guy is, and I was talking about it here in Discord with my Mage friend from my guild. What happens here, if you know how Mage works, it's all about Balefire bolting, critting it, right? Where's this guy even combust? I don't even see it on here. Maybe he pre-combusted or something. It's kind of weird, to be honest. Anyways, the point is, you want to BFB 4 times, puts you on cooldown for like 30 seconds, and then you just fill with Frostfire, which is your filler, like I just said. And then you just pop your Pyros and stuff whenever you get procs and Fire Blast on cooldown. Pretty simple. But the 6 set, like I said, Ignite does not fall off on undead targets below 20%. What that means is, I'll show you this next screenshot of his Balefire is about to be cast right as the Patchwork hits 20%, which means that if this crits, this is a big Ignite that will not fall off. So he does that, but there's 2 things to talk about. Number 1 is he doesn't want to reset his Ignite by messing it up. So he just Frost Bolts, which will not proc Ignite, right? So he crits. He has a 70k Ignite tick. The whole thing's about Ignite, right? 71k Ignite tick. He keeps it up. This doesn't matter. He keeps it up. The point being, once he sees the 70k Ignite tick, timelines, he just fills a Frostbolt. Changes everything, right? So the state of Mage, right? The state of Mage is good. And also, one more thing. This comes up probably at the perfect time because his first cast is a Balefire, which means he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, rather than like 1, 2, 3, 4, which would push him back, and he would lose some Ignite damage here because it wouldn't be ticking for a couple globals. Maybe it's okay because he feels a Frostbolt anyway. Anyways, Mage is really good. Is it fun? No, not always, especially for me. I don't have a 6 set. So what I've been memeing my guild, right? I've been saying, because my Mage is not in the main raid, it's in the alt raid, or the flex raid, whatever you want to call it. It's degenerate because you need a dummy to go Frost for you, so you could go Fire. You just lose too much crit. Because of the Winter's Chill talent, right? Oops. Winter's Chill. If no one has this bad boy, you're not doing damage. I mean, you are doing damage, but it's like, do you want to play a scuffed class where you're just not critting and it feels bad? And I kind of have like a thing too, like, it's kind of dumb. People might not agree with it, but if I'm playing a class where I'm just missing crit and where crit changes your rotation, I don't want to like subconsciously get used to it and mess myself up. So when I do have a Frost Mage, it feels different. Kind of dumb, you know. If people gonna say, is that true? I don't know. So Mage is really, really, really good. You want fights to be 45 seconds. You want fights to be like 2 minutes 30, so you get a second evo off. Otherwise, you're screwed. You will get passed by like other classes. It's a good class. So yeah, I want a Frost Mage in my raid. Then I'll go Fire. Otherwise, I'm playing Arcane. Yeah, baby. Playing Arcane. Doing no damage. But, yeah, so state of Mage is opposite of Warlock. Warlocks want long fights, have no cooldowns. Mages want short fights of either basically a minute, just under a minute, or like 2 minutes 30-ish. And the cooldowns matter a lot. And critting matters a lot. And getting partially resisted stinks. And not critting your BFBs stinks. Very different. It's more of a slot machine, but if you're a good mage, I'm sure you could do consistent good damage. What are people even talking about? I don't know. Late night Nax, you're crazy. That's Mage. I mean, so again, let me compare it to last phase, right? Last phase, you just wore a 4-piece Enigma, which is cool. And you just played Fire with MQG and what was this, Tear of the Dreamer, I think. Very similar to now, minus Ignite Degeneracy and Evocation Degeneracy. It was just like you just went in there, you got your 5-stack Improved Scorch. I'm talking about Fire, right? Because that's just what I play, even last phase. You get your Scorch up, then you just do 4 BFBs, Combust on like number 1 or number 2, your preference basically. I think number 2 is better because, yeah. And then you just do damage, Fast Fireball. Very simple. Now it's more complicated. It's all about pre-planning, getting pull timers. I don't really like that, to be honest. That's just me. Like I like Warlock in the fact that I don't have cooldowns. I just do damage and good rotations. And oh, speaking about Warlock, I'll talk about one more thing. I'll talk about Saffron. So we killed Saffron, right? And after the raid, I'm talking to the Rogue in my raid about. It's not really a Warlock fight. There's too much movement, no matter what spec you play. I was talking about like how I'm overriding. I'm like clipping myself on Corruption. I'm clipping myself on Siphon Life. I'm doing not bad globals. I'm doing the best globals I can, which are bad. And he was saying, you're right. That stinks. But if you're a good player, and you know what the best decision is out of bad decisions to make, you will be rewarded. And he's right. Like, some people might not cast anything on the move. Some people might mess up and cast, like, God forbid, Agony while running around on Saffron. People might cancel their cast instead of just not casting Shadow Bolt at all and just going for the redot on Corruption. Yeah, so I like Warlock a lot more right now because of that too. So even if you can't just target dummy a boss and you need to do some bad decisions, you can make the right decisions and outplay other people, make the boss die faster, right? Mage is not like that. Mage, it's kind of like, once I start casting my 2.5 second Frost Firebolt, I'm not moving. I'm just not gonna move. Once I use Blink and I'm stuck, I'm just gonna, it's over. Like, what do you press? There's one button to press, Frost Firebolt. And then BFB is like, once you start your first BFB, that's it. You need to cast 3 more. Otherwise, you better know what you're doing. Like, you better know what you're doing like this. You better have this planned out where it's like, I'm going to cast a BFB. I'm going to shoot my hot streak from the Fire Blast, which I had the heating up going into the boss, into the rest of the 3. And then I'm going to wait. Hopefully, my raid will carry me so that I could get my last 4 BFBs perfectly at 20%. Get the ignite rolling, and then just do something that doesn't mess up my ignite. Right? Whew. Anything else I want to talk about? Warlock is fun. Mage is fun. Are they perfect? No. Do I think that these things are temporary because of the set bonuses? Yes. Am I looking forward to Warlock with Agony and Drain Life back? Yeah. Am I looking forward to Mage without being degenerate with Evoke and like that kind of stuff? Yeah. Should I even bring this up? Yeah. I kind of wish they gave us stuff like Glacial Spike. Like, again, I played Mage and Legion just before Classic came out, and we had stuff like Scorch Execute, really good. We had stuff like Glacial Spike, really good. Now we have Frozen Orb, which stinks. Like, tanks moving around. I don't like projectiles where your damage is determined by your tank, not you. Is your tank gonna move? You're screwed. Is your tank gonna stay still? Hey, congratulations on doing damage. Kind of dumb. How long is this video? Kind of long, honestly. Anyway, so let's just say I'm doing damage. Let's just say I know what I'm talking about. Let's just say my mage needs 6-piece so I can stop being annoying and just messing around with arcane and stuff like that. That's it. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you are just listening because I don't know. That's it. Thanks.